In recent months, the vaping epidemic has dominated headlines, from an alarming number of vaping-related illnesses and deaths to the recent ban on flavored pods. Here today to discuss what states are doing to fight this epidemic is Christine Storm. She's the Director of Community Education for Caron Treatment Centers. Christine, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me, Julie.
So we'll start with this. An announcement last week from your home state of Pennsylvania. Attorney General Josh Shapiro announced that he was filing suit against vape manufacturer Juul Labs for misleading marketing practices, for targeting teens. What's your take on this?
So we're learning a lot about how this epidemic started and the role that advertising has played in that. And it's unfortunate that some old tactics targeting young people with cool models and fun flavors and things like that that we've seen from industries in the past, it has really helped to ignite this issue that we have, this epidemic that we have now with teen vaping.
And how do parents start the conversation with their kids about vaping?
Part of starting that conversation is really educating themselves, understanding how important their role is, that they can't have their head in the sand, that they really need to be keeping up with some of the trends, and really recognizing that this is an ever-changing landscape, and there are so many different devices out there, and regardless of the device, regardless of the brand name, it is dangerous, and we want our kids to know that.
And how do teens better arm themselves to be aware of when these marketing practices are targeting them specifically?
So teens should be aware that there are predatory companies out there whose whole goal is to get them to buy their product. And with the addictive nature of nicotine, they know that if they start as teens and they get addicted, then they might be a customer for life. So they need to understand that there are people that are trying to target them. And they want their money, they want their health, and they want them to be a customer for life. And as a teenager, they need to recognize that they're putting beautiful models there, that the sleek packaging, that the fun flavors is all meant to target them.
And what signs can parents look out for in their children to be aware of if they might be affected by this?
So there's a combination of behavioral changes that they might see in their kids. So some of those behavioral changes might be things like being more secretive, closing the bedroom door more, increased need for money. Some of the physical symptoms related to vaping of nicotine products could be like glassy eyes or a sensitivity to caffeine. We find that nicotine is so powerfully addictive that when kids are going through withdrawal symptoms, which happens often, even throughout the day for someone that's addicted to nicotine, they might be more irritable than they typically are. And then the other thing parents can do is to be on the lookout for potential paraphernalia. So if they are in their child's bedroom, like putting the laundry away or cleaning their backpack out from time to time, be looking for techie type devices that you know you didn't purchase. So it could look like a pen, it could look like a flash drive. There are even hoodies and other things that are vape wear, they call it, that parents can be on the lookout for. And if they see something that doesn't look right to them, they need to be asking questions.
And if they do find their child is vaping or using, what is the proper step to get them to quit?
So some things that I think are really helpful, we're really excited about this new platform we have at Caron, and it's our digital learning platform. So we are trying to help kids and parents and schools from across the country to be able to tackle this epidemic. And we can't physically be in front of all of them. So these courses are free, they're online, and they're able to be accessed at a time and a place and at a pace that's going to work for people. So one of our programs is on vaping and marijuana trends. So it's going to help parents to understand what some of these products are and to be able to talk about some of the health messaging. Like, this is why I care about you so much and I don't want you using these products. And also how to enforce expectations and boundaries. And then we have a course that's fantastic, and it's for teens who have found themselves as a victim of this epidemic. They're starting to realize that, oh my gosh, I'm hooked. I'm trying to stop on my own and I can't. So our Connect 5 course is something that teens can go through that figures out how do they particularly need to adjust their life in order to quit. So it helps them to develop a personal plan for success that's going to identify their triggers, their motivation to quit, and what they need to do to move forward.
Good advice, Christine. I want to thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
And if you'd like more information, you can visit caron.org.